Vamos.
It's Madden NFL 22. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Browns and the Colts, and it's coming up next. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side. That's Shaw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the field. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route in that zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Bravo, Ward. Boh, mi prendo subito il possesso.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over first and 10. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing Jones. And oh, right away, he lost the football.
Meno male.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on second and long. Jones. Throwing for his running back. It's incomplete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Proviamo.
Jones going deep here for Allen. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Questo è contro un collega o contro il suo?
Non c'è più.
A big kick there, we'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they can
Stai lì.
win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's second and 8. And his throws will be incomplete.
No,
sto solo guardando, mi sono arrivati 13 messaggi.
vabbè.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in and that runs over multiple games. They're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Mi prendo subito il possesso.
And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And here's Joseph Charlton now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Waddle now to return it, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 31 yards on the punt there, and that will come the offense as they take over. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December early in November. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in
Jones from the gun on third down.
Corri, 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 corri.
Davante Adams.
Amore, ma ti sentono quelli che dicono adesso? Ti
Touchdown of the
sentono?
season.
Certo.
And the Browns have taken the early lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor.
Bravi ragazzi.
Made there by Miles Garrett.
Amore, ma quando sei a giocare?
Stepped up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running left, Taylor. Able to slither by. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Norton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll look to run with Taylor. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Jones to throw on third down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL. I say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'd be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. And to the right side here, it's Allen.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
And they'll run again. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. To the right side, this is Taylor. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. A chance for Waddle on the return. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Here's Jones on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on the receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it, but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Rosas' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, McNair. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Flushed out right. And he's brought down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Here's a sneak with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Porter. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. He'll drop to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. The ball is free. Taylor lost it. Kyle Shanahan an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out.
Let's go, let's go!
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So for Kyle Shanahan, he had it right, as the challenge is a good one.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on that.
Jones now throwing on first down, and it's complete to Adams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now, because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Check. Fresno.
Going back to Allen. He's got him again. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals, because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's first and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's the fullback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15. And a flag down as well. So that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll set up a throw. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Second and 4. Over the middle, complete. That's Norton. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Shaw. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Let's go!
A big play there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And this time not quite to the 40. He'll be down at the 41-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. The Colts on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now Jones steps away to his left. He'll dump this down to Dillon. It's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Colts pick it up. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game. But it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 3 buzz.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
What's the deal, y'all?
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Jones. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they work this out past the 25.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really